Welcome, everybody. Welcome back to the amazing FFC podcast. I'm here with,
Ice Walker.
this is JP Willow, and we are bringing you the fourth episode of the FFC pod. We're so glad to be here.
Yep.
As you may notice, the setting has changed slightly.
Oh, yeah.
We are in our humble abode.
We had to get cozy for this one.
Yeah, but
Just a little turn of events, but, you know, we wanted to check in, just tap in all things film, just per usual.
Yeah, man.
JP, tell me what's
been brewing?
Tell me what's been brewing. What are the fans, or just not even for FFC, but just the fans for your own film's sake, your
Yeah.
film journey? What should they expect pretty soon?
For the FFC crew members, community members?
Yes.
Well, a lot more high energy content. Me and Ice have been brainstorming, and we went back to the drawing book and we said, you know what? We're gonna up the quality of these videos.
100%.
And you guys just stay tuned, because you're gonna be blown away, you're gonna be informed, and you're gonna be entertained with
Love
the
that.
amount of stuff we have coming.
Yeah. I think, it's fun to bring these ideas to life. And my favorite part about this whole journey has just been collaborating with others and really bringing them to light, because at the end of the day, the people that we are also collaborating as well, they are in the same boat as us, hustling, struggling, trying to find that road to take on this film journey. And quite frankly, we're still struggling and figuring things out as we're going.
Yeah.
But I think that's really inevitably what makes this journey so fun, is figuring out as we go, because I wouldn't want it any other way. I don't want to hand out. I don't want it just, oh, here you go, FFC, whatever. You guys just sign this paper and you guys are good to go. I think the journey that me and JP are going on and figuring this stuff out, literally filming stuff like right then and there, ideas brewing,
That's what it's all
that's
about.
the magic.
That's the whole point.
Yeah, 100%.
So thank you guys. Everyone that has liked a post, commented, shared with a friend,
Yep.
followed it. We appreciate every single one of you guys.
Everybody.
It really means the world to us. And we won't let you down. We have some more amazing
man.
stuff in store.
Absolutely, we do. And, we can kind of pivot to that and talk about some new things that we've incorporated already, and also some things that are coming. And, what are a couple new things that we've been working on and have shown?
Well, so, the stats have shown us that the people love the skits.
Yes.
So we have to do a lot more skits, right? And what we've also, identified from jump is collaboration, right?
Yep.
Being able to partner with other creatives, and in the sake of the skits, the actors. So we did our first collaboration with Nathan.
Yep.
And that was amazing. People loved it. Iceman made his debut
Yes.
as the cringe director.
Acting, yeah.
Which
It
is
ain't real,
nothing
though.
like, it's nothing like he actually
Just for the
is.
camera, I got
Yeah, it's just a role. It's just a role, and you killed it,
Preach.
So we want to, we really been looking into more skits and identifying potential actors and actresses to work with. If you guys are listening to this right now and want to work with us, we're all open for collaboration. So link us, let us know what you're thinking.
And I think, as an actor or a creator, but this normally pivots towards actors, I think doing skits and doing videos like that is great look for, getting yourself out there, getting exposure, because, a lot of actors, they're in the field of just, getting on auditions and doing self-tapes and all these things. But nothing wrong with doing skits and really showing your performance, because, actors also deal with the stress and the having to wait on footage, having to wait on films that they're in. Some actors even say they don't get their stuff. Which I think, as a director, I'm like, how are you not sending your actors even a little snippet or something?
Yeah.
And that's even I've done a couple acting things too, where I'm still hitting up the directors to this day, doing things a couple years ago. I'm just like, hey, can I get a little
some
snippet?
footage so I can build my reel?
Yeah, because it's regardless of their, obviously, like, it's art at the end of the day, like, they have their say and everything,
Yeah.
but, it's like, I was also part of that too. I
Yeah,
think it's fair to share
of
what has
course.
been.
And
I would hate for that to just sit on the shelf.
that's something that I guess we have to keep in mind because we know how annoying that is
Yeah.
from the actor's
Yep.
standpoint. And we want it to be as easy of a process to work with us as possible.
100%.
So we're going to learn from those things that we're seeing other directors do that
Yeah.
we hear the actors complain about.
Yeah.
I have a question for you.
Okay.
How has so we're about 20 days in. By the time this pod is released, it will be almost 25 days. How are you feeling? What are some of the challenges? Give me a list of challenges that you've experienced.
Great question. Well, right now I'm feeling motivated to keep going. This whole thing has been a big motivation push for me, just because it's something to just get into and really showcase my passion for film. With that comes a lot of challenges, obviously a lot of road bumps. I think the biggest has just been, actually getting on board with our schedules and, of course, other people's schedules as well. I think that's just the biggest thing that we've had to face challenge wise, just because we obviously at the end of the day, we have lives and so do other people.
Yeah.
So, a Monday at 10 o'clock does not resonate with everybody, you know what I'm saying, or something, whatever, in the
Right.
week. But, yeah, I think just getting used to that and adapting to that. But nonetheless, those challenges is what makes it, fun,
Yeah.
and what
Yeah.
makes the experience go, because, I think you need to go through those challenges and face those road bumps in order to grow in that aspect.
Facts. Part two of the question. What has this journey taught you about productivity versus perfection?
Okay. Productivity versus perfection. Well, one thing I can say about productivity is the one thing that comes with great productivity is consistency. And that fact, it's like with this 100-day challenge, this really pushes us to get on top of that. Because we can easily say we're having this Creative Hub FFC and post content. And we can just choose to post weekly, whatever, daily, whatever. But I feel like with that structure, just having it be like, oh, let's post once a week or twice a week, then it turns down to we don't post at all, because we're not setting ourselves a strict schedule, With the 100 days, it's great because we're able to follow the 100 days. Like, okay, we got an idea, we curate it, wake up, post it. Next
Locked
day,
in, yeah.
we're on to the next. But also, as we're doing that, we're curating stuff for the next 100 days, and beyond, right? So I think it definitely just comes down to consistency factor with that, just, in anything, the 100 days, being an actor, being a gaffer, being anything, it's consistency. Once you wake up, you're locked in.
Right.
You know what I mean?
How do you balance now? Because as a creative, each choice we make makes a difference in how the final product comes out, and then it makes a difference in how the audience will receive it.
Right.
Now, how do you balance productivity and being perfect when you understand that, oh, I could have gotten this shot a little bit better, or I could have gotten the sound to be a little bit better. What are some of the give and takes with that, and also to maintain your artistry, because we're representing ourselves with this 100 days, so we don't want to just put out, garbage.
No.
We want it to be quality, but we also have to balance productivity.
Yep.
How is that going?
I think for the most part, I've always looked at being a perfectionist as I haven't tried to get too consumed in that kind of mindset, because once you get too consumed in making things too perfect, then you're just going to overwork yourself and productivity goes down inevitably, because you're spending so much time trying to fix one thing when you have a million other things to do. And I don't think there's nothing wrong with perfecting your art and making it work, but you have to balance that and give time for, your consistency factor. You know what I mean? It's like, with FFC, I'm not saying, we're not spending time on these shots and spending time on this setup, but I'm also saying we're doing it in a way where we can balance out it being consistent because, you know, at the end of the day, we have time. We're on a time crunch. Even with working with other people, we have to figure out what's the balance to getting the perfect shot, getting the perfect setup, and distributing the perfect content.
True.
All those things mask into what goes back to the consistency factor. It's like, and why we're even doing this in the first place. It's like, why would we? It's like, why did we wake up one day and decide to do this? You know, it's just because we both wanted to be on this goal, both wanted to be passionate with the film, and we both said, let's do it.
Yeah, man. We wanted to just lock in, prove to ourselves, firstly, that we're capable, but then also prove to the audience that 100%. We're really about this thing forever.
Love that.
You know?
And let me tell you, so, and you know, appreciate the questions too, deep questions, but I wanted to pivot, ask some questions myself.
Right.
You know, I want to know because, you know, as much as we are both involved in this Forever Film crew, definitely got to give JP the flowers for really pushing this and really even coming up with the name FFC, the logos and everything. That's all him. Got to give the cheers, you know, give the claps while you're watching this. Maybe you're listening on the road to the podcast. Got to give this guy the credit.
Respect.
But deep into the name, tell me, like, why Forever Film Crew?
So I was trying to sleep one night and I couldn't sleep, you know. I was just thinking about all these different movie ideas I have and all these different things I want to accomplish creatively.
Yeah.
And I got a flashback to the final sentence in my thesis project, Believe, which is film lasts forever. And I really was thinking about that line and about how it applies to the work I choose to do.
Right.
You know, I'm also a big advocate and I'm really excited about intellectual property, right? So I know that anything we record has the potential to become an asset. And so I want whatever I record to be something of value for self-fulfillment, but also value to others. And, you know, film is one of those mediums that can live on forever. You know, it's easily transferable to different technologies.
It's true.
You know, we're still watching films that were the first film ever created. We're still watching it, you know, and we'll always be able to watch it. So,
yeah, that's the beautiful thing too. You
know, so it's like through your art, you can live on forever. You know, and I think also it's just coming to me now. The concept of forever also ties into the concept of eternal, right? So we know the body will perish, but the soul lives on forever.
Deep.
You know what I mean? So I like to put my soul into my work. And, you know, that I never thought about that part before till just now, actually.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
This guy's getting deep on the pod. Well, and then obviously the logo speaks for itself. The film infinity sign.
So I worked with a graphic designer to get that done. And I knew I wanted to do the infinity, of course. He surprised me with using the film reel, though. And I thought that was pretty cool. Yeah. You know, it's just testament to working with professional, skilled people.
Yeah.
You know, like once you're working with people who are the best at what they do, the product is going to be 110%.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, kudos to the graphic designer.
Kudos to that. I want to know just, you know, we obviously have already talked about experiences, good and bad. I want to know, is there any projects out there that just haven't seen the light of day just for any reason or just, you know, for any particular reason or just, you know, if that is the case for any project, why?
I'll talk about two. So one project, the one I did before my thesis film is called The Locksmith. Big up to everybody that was a part of The Locksmith. Thank you guys.
Including me.
Including this guy, DP. Thank you for your time. Or you were first AC?
I was first AC.
Yeah, you was first AC. Big up Yvette. Big up Yvette, DP. My apologies. Lo siento. Yeah, but Locksmith was in a place when I was actually the lowest I've ever been in my film career.
Oh.
And I would say personal. So I was at rock bottom trying to create something. So I feel like Locksmith wasn't a true representation of my voice. It was actually more of a representation of me in frustration, you know? So Locksmith hasn't seen the light of day because I don't think it properly represents who I am as a director. And then the second project that hasn't come out is this project. The first film project I did called Jamaica Nice Man in 2020 at the start of COVID. And for that project, we essentially traveled around Jamaica and went to the different natural attractions that were now closed because of these COVID restrictions.
Yeah, crazy.
So I was able to capture them with no people, just the beautiful attraction itself, so the waterfall or you know, so that one, you know, that one I'm still holding on to. That one is one of my prized possessions that at the right time I'll release that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, audience, wait for it. It's out there. It's gonna be out there.
It's
sometime.
coming. It's coming.
Yeah, I think I can definitely agree on, you know, the aspect of like, you know, when artists shelf a project or just, you know, why hasn't this project come out? Because it is tough too, especially when you have people riding that, you know, riding that wave with you, and then
they want
the wave just crashes and doesn't pick back up. It's definitely tough because I've experienced that too with a film of mine. Another Knife project too is actually an intermediate as well, so it's just an intermediate struggle.
Yeah,
but
it
was a film called Behind Closed Doors. Again, just like JP was saying, shout out to everybody that worked on that day in, day out. Was a great project. It you know, had a lot of great qualities to it. I just think, to me, reflecting back on it, it just, I feel like there could have been so much better executed out of it. I think for one particular reason, it just, I feel like, you know, I did use the choice of using my own apartment, the OG spot too in Burbank, the little studio. Man, paid way too much for that. But, you know, just obviously out of, you know, broke upcoming filmmaker, just like, oh yeah, use my apartment or whatever. Just, you know, get all the shots. All I don't need is a permit. I'm good. But, you know, obviously with that, you know, for the most part, we definitely executed something, but I just felt like we could have executed much higher.
Right.
And you don't realize, and I didn't realize that until Double Dribble came out, until the next projects came out, until you see greater than what you made, and you're like, oh shoot, like this.
I'm capable.
This is, yeah. But I always say, even with my old projects back in Lompoc, with my friends and family, I always say that, you know, at that point in time when I made these projects, I'm like, this is my best work, you know? Even, you know, looking back at it now, you know, it's not some of my best work, but I needed to get through that to get to my best work, which even still, I'm still evolving and evolving and evolving. Even I feel like directors, even nowadays, they're evolving and evolving. It's like and obviously there are cases to make, you know, you say, for Nolan, his best film is this, his best film is that, or his best film may not even be out yet. You know, there's always those cases to make, but I feel like that's also why film is so special and just art, because there is subjectiveness to it.
Yes.
And people can have their opinions on it, and
Yes.
you know, I can say a film is great and you could say it sucks. And
Yes.
we can have that argument, and it's fine because it's subjective. It gets to a point when, you know, you extend that beyond something and it just becomes personal. It's like, what are we doing?
Right. You know, from the artist standpoint, though, you'll know when you feel yourself elevating. Yeah. So when we went from intermediate to thesis, we could feel ourselves elevating. We had
100%.
better technique. We had better 100%. Stories. You know, so you have to go through those uncomfortable projects. To grow. 100%. You know what I mean? And that's when the consistency is important, because if we were to get in our head with the intermediate, we would have never done it and would have never gotten to the thesis. You know, if we don't get through day 50, we won't get to day 75.
Preach.
You see me? So we have to actually go through the valley in order to get to the hill. Yeah. I know that after that hill is probably another valley. Yeah. But once you're at your low point, the only place is up. Yeah. Only place is up. Actually, all right. I have a couple good questions here. Run it. First question I got.
in filmmaking, I want to know, what do you think? And obviously, of course, you can answer this for yourself or just for the audience or both. But what do you think, as a filmmaker, the biggest distraction has been for you?
Biggest distraction?
I know it sometimes can change,
Yeah.
but sometimes there is a consistency factor in that, and I want to know what that has been.
All right. Maybe my biggest distraction is second guessing myself. You see me? Going right back to the consistency and just taking the shot.
Yeah.
You know, professional athletes miss more than they score. Runners lose more than they win. But you have to go through the losses to get to the win.
100%.
Musicians put out 100 songs, maybe only 10 of them will be a smash hit.
Yep.
But that's okay, you know. So second guessing yourself comes from you not believing yourself. So before you even get to the audience, you have to be 100% in tune with yourself and know that, all right, I'm creating this art for self-fulfillment. And then you can get to the next stage of introducing it to an audience. But once you create it and you're satisfied with it, you've won. You know what I mean? So don't second guess yourself. It's easier said than done. Trust me. You know, because we are our toughest critics.
True.
You know, and oftentimes, you know, I would say the second distraction is like me feeling that I don't have everything I need to fulfill my vision.
True.
You know, and I think really this 100 days has taught me that it's about creativity.
Yeah.
Because truthfully, we have everything we need. We just need to become more creative in how we express ourselves.
Love that. I think I agree. I think with art and film and everything, you're definitely just, it's you versus you at the end of the day. Yes, you're catering to an audience. Yes, you're catering to supporters, haters, whatever. But ultimately, it's you who is creating the script, creating the story, and bringing it to life. And if you don't believe in yourself, why would anybody else? Because at the end of the day, your opinion on it matters. Your crafting of it, it's what you make it, man.
Yeah, and you know the imperfections. Joey said this. The imperfections is what makes it you. Is what makes it human.
Yep.
And anything human comes from a particular perspective. So we want to hear your perspective. We want to see your perspective.
Yes.
So believe in yourself.
Believe. Speaking of belief,
Yeah.
tell me something. Or I don't even know why this relates to belief. I just said it, but tell me something that you would tell yourself, your 5-year younger self,
Yeah.
and something that you would want to tell your 5-year older self.
Okay, good question. Something, all right, so 5 years younger would be right at 2020 when I did that first film.
Can't believe it's 2020. It's crazy.
I didn't even know I was going to do a film. I was just trying to do an IG video.
Oh.
But we captured so much footage, I was like, what's this thing? Oh, short film?
I'm dead.
I didn't even know. I was just a kid in Jamaica.
Long YouTube video?
Yeah, long IG video. I didn't even know. So what I would tell him is improve your technical competence early. As fast as you can become more technically competent, you will start to operate in the race that you want to operate in.
Love that. Yeah, good answer.
And then what I would tell my 5 years to be self, yo, I rate you. Yo, you're my idol. You're my goat. You know?
Let's go.
You know, I love you. You know? Remember, I would tell my 5 years to come, remember 10 years ago. Remember 2020. Remember when he was doing it for IG. Remember when he was doing it just for the fun of it. Don't take it too serious and keep it simple.
I mean, that's just, can you get any more poetic than that?
How about you? Tell me. 5 years ago, 5 years to be.
5 years ago, 2020. Arguably, I was pretty active in the film content. Not just film, but or not just filmmaking, but like video creation, just YouTube videos. Like I was very very driven actually, because I think that COVID really forced me to just lock in on that. You know, there was no working, there was no, you know, going outside. It was just straight locked in on video, like damn near every day. And obviously when things started to open up a lot more, that's when, you know, I invested in a camera, and that's why I just, you know, created more YouTube videos and just spawned that just drive of keep going and going. And then obviously came short films, and then because I've always, you know, have been on the short film wave prior to 2020, but I think 2020 really pivoted into that direction of getting consistent with that. So with that being said, what I would tell myself in 2020 is I agree on the technological, like the tech side. I think I would just also, I would say also the word I'm looking for, it's like just the executing it in a kind of not like a professional way, but just the protocol of it, I guess, you know, because I wasn't really, it was run and gun, just all right, say this and action, no script. It was just like no slates or anything. No structure, that's a good word. I wish there was more structure in a lot of it, because that would have helped me focus more on the craft and the vision of it, rather than just spewing it out. There was a lot of times filming I felt like it was just getting it to get it, you know, and I feel like did get it and it came out good in some cases, but I feel like there could have been better, right? So I would definitely say for that, in that 5-year span, and the younger self to just would have focused on the shot, the art, the you know, the structure of it. 5 years from now, though, dang, how old will I be? 28? Yeah, 28. Man, I would just say, I mean, 5 years from now, I mean, I hope you're watching this, and I hope you're watching this chilling FFCs at like 10 million, something, right? You know, I'm probably in Jamaica with this guy. But no, I would really say, I hope you continued on this journey, and I hope you've continued to expand and, you know, open up your mind to the world of film, because, you know, I know that probably 5 years from now the world's crazier. It's, you know, we finally got some flying cars, whatever, but I still hope that you're on the goal of filmmaking. You're driven still. You're still locked in, because 5 years from now, I mean, it seems like a lot, but
it's right around the corner.
It's literally right around the corner. I mean, literally, it'll be from now. It'll be 4 more years, because year's about to end, and 3, 2, and then next thing you know, it's here. So that's
a lot to look forward.
That's a lot to look forward to, and it's perfect timing to end off. I mean, before we end off, I mean, we gotta end off on a blind ranking. It's only right.
Yeah.
And you know, I just got to get into it. You're going to be the guest for this.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, of course. You need like a water or anything?
Oh, no, I got some.
Yeah. So obviously, you know, how we do it on here, folks, we just blind rank different categories, whether it's movies, whether it's directors, whatever. But since we have the creator of FFC, the secondary of FFC, the guy, JP, I'm going to ask you some stuff about FFC.
Run it.
And you got to blind rank it. And what I mean by that is, I'm going to have you blind rank our segments on FFC.
Yes.
Look at that, folks. Okay. Feel free to play along at home as well.
Please.
Number 1, JP, I got movie reviews.
Movie reviews are special. We take a lot of time to film and edit those. So I'm going to put movie reviews at numero
2. Love that, movie reviews. Hey, the movie reviews are killer, man. I just love, and shout out to JP on the editing on that. That he just locks in, bro. Locks in. A second, it's only right to throw blind ranking in there. We're doing it right now.
Yeah. This is going to be a hard game because I love them all.
It's like your babies.
Yeah, these are the kids, you know. Sorry, kid blind rank number 3.
All right, you know, it's still early.
Yeah.
But is it?
It's early because I know what's coming.
Do you?
Oh yeah.
All right. Number 3, film locations.
Oh, film. People love those. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to go 4.
Okay.
Yeah. Now it's getting dicey.
Now you're on that. You're on that.
The edge.
Yeah. But I think nonetheless you've been doing good so far. Okay, so that's 3. Number 4, ambassador.
Ooh, ambassadors has to go 5 because I know what's still left. You know, I love the ambassadors though.
Ambassadors of fire. And to end it off, pod.
Pod, I thought you were gonna say skit.
Oh no,
I was waiting
pod
on the
one.
skit. All right, pod is number 1.
Is that valid at number 1 though?
Skit is really 1 because
skit really
yeah,
okay.
People love the skits, bro.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Yeah,
I think honestly, let me look back. Okay, you say pod number 1, movie reviews 2, 3. Yeah, I think that's pretty valid. I mean, I've always big up the pod. Ever since we started this, I was like, JB, the pod. We gotta do the pod. We gotta do the pod. We gotta interview this person.
From a year ago,
bro. Literally a year ago. Actually, yeah. Before we close, I think we could talk about that like real briefly about trying to get that going at NIFA, our school. We were trying to get this pod going, and we were trying to get there to like speak with like students and stuff, right?
And the professors and invite guests.
Yeah, but it just never
weren't seeing the vision.
They weren't seeing the vision, and this is no shade to NIFA, of course, or anything like that. But I don't know. I feel like that could have been interesting, and that I feel like even that is great to get your students on board and to get these guys creating, because this is what I hope if I was running a school, students would want to be doing, getting creative, because as much as you're there to learn and do all this stuff, like it's really what you do out of school.
Yeah, man.
With the people in there.
Yeah. Initiative.
Exactly. Because no one's instructing you, all right, class, today you're going to do a podcast. No. This is what you become. This is what you do on your own with the people you're around, and that shit. So that's what I think is
valuable.
Yeah, valuable.
All right, since we have a little extra time, I have another thing to talk about.
Okay.
Is so tensions on set can get high quickly.
Yes.
Now, you and I are brainstorming FFC, we're posting, we're creating, we're editing. We don't always see eye to eye.
Yes.
How do you, as a half of the team, maintain your composure as well as, the situation?
Yeah.
So that it doesn't just melt down.
Right. That's a great point, because I think that there are a lot of points where you have a vision and I don't agree with it fully. And the biggest thing about that is being transparent.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I don't want to be like, just do it because we need to get a video out. It's like, why not spend some time like reasoning about it?
Yeah.
And also in that reasoning, there's no reason to just crash out and say, man, you do it then, fine.
Right.
Because that's just like childish, and you get nowhere with that. But I think that, I think every moment that we've had where we've had a kind of butting heads moment and a disagreement, we've been able to create a solution that benefits both sides.
Yeah.
And I think by doing that is like, you have your reason and I have my reason, and then we just create a new one. Mm-hmm. And that way we're both, I think with that way of problem solving, is it helps you, because you obviously both sides aren't going to work, or you obviously whatever come to an agreement, but it's better to come to a different agreement on something completely new by creating it yourself, by both of you. So that way it's like, okay, we equally did this. So now it feels like equal. So there you go.
Compromise.
Yeah, the compromise is the biggest thing, because I feel like that's also how a lot of, companies, creators, whatever, like fall out or just crash out, because their, ego gets in the way, and just, you're doing shit that's not even the art. You're just, you're doing it for the sake of your ego.
You just want to be right.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, as much as there's moments when you say, but this is right, I promise, like this, it's like, let's really sit on it and figure out if it's right, if one reason. And that's another thing too. Like, I would never completely shut down the idea without hearing it out first. Facts. You know, I would want to see. I'm like, but that doesn't work. Facts. You know, how could we compromise this or whatever. It's about trying to compromise and reason it out.
True.
And that really, I think, is what sells it, man.
Yeah, man. And those values are really gonna be valuable and important to us when we transfer them to a film set with bigger crew, and we have to deal with all sorts of people in much more harsh conditions.
Yeah.
So I really respect this ability, this journey, you know, being able to like go through this and learn how to collaborate on these projects that are just coming out of our heads, you know. It's not like we're taking a script that someone else wrote and we're trying to do it. We're just thinking about things and making it happen.
Love that. The beauty of that.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah.
Just
FFC.
like that. FFC. Thank you guys for tuning in once again.
Yeah, man.
Be sure to stay on the lookout for more episodes, more segments, and, you know, for JP's sake, more skits.
More skits. We need it.
Everybody tune in. Hey, make sure, if you haven't watched already the latest episode, whether it's this one, whether it's the last one, or whether it's the last one, make sure to tune in for more episodes.
We're out.
We are out.